Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. This will be a little bit of a longer video. There's honestly just a little too much to go into. So if you want to skip through parts, I don't blame you. But I'll try to cover everything in terms of what we're gonna get for snow and explain the reasoning behind it and the trends of why kind of things are happening the way they are, but also dumb it down enough so that I'm not just spitting out a bunch of useless information to you guys. So right now, we have a bunch of watches, warnings, and advisories across much of Minnesota. Across much of northern Minnesota, we see winter storm warnings, which is all this stuff in pink, includes Brainerd, down towards Little Falls, over towards Alexandria, and then across Fergus Falls, and then through Willmar, the Twin Cities Metro, through Monticello, Albertville, all those places, and up into Minnesota, or then up into parts of western Wisconsin. We have winter weather advisories. So the area where we see winter storm warnings, this is the area where we have the best chance of seeing over 6 inches of snow, plus a bunch of super strong winds. The areas in blue, mostly, honestly, this winter weather advisory is more for blowing or basically reduced travel conditions. But they could also see a couple inches of snow. And then St. Cloud is still left in the winter storm watch, including Morris as well. This is because they're kind of in the verge of probably, honestly, I think tomorrow we'll see them in a winter storm warning rather than a winter weather advisory, as long as the trends continue, because the storm will shift, is continuing to shift southward, which I kind of mentioned earlier today in a previous update. But right now, just due to that uncertainty of how much snow we're going to get, they left us in a winter storm watch. But like I said, tomorrow or sometime tonight, I'm guessing we'll probably get thrown into that. So right now, this is what the National Weather Service is expecting. This was issued as of 8:16 p.m. So fairly recently, St. Cloud 2 to 6 inches. And to mention, we started the day somewhere between around a half an inch to 5 inches. So snow totals have gone up, which I kind of expected. For right now, most of the snow is across northern Minnesota, and then they could see a couple feet almost of snow across the south shore of Lake Superior, as they've been dealing with a little bit of lake effect snow. Well, not a little, decent amount. So they'll be getting a decent amount of snow there. But once again, this storm has been continuing to shift further south, and it wouldn't terribly surprise me. This is looking at the overall high end, basically, if the high end snowfall across Minnesota, where St. Cloud could see some around 8 inches, northern Minnesota 12, and over a foot of snow in Duluth. So I'm not sold on this. I don't think it's gonna be quite this high in places, maybe some localized places, but certainly not this widespread. This would be if we got a lot, at least more cool air, and then a more strong low pressure system. But for right now, this is kind of the high end risk of what we could see here in St. Cloud. And then there'll be a pretty sharp grading here off to the south in terms of where the snow is going to end, just because there will be some warmer air on the southern and eastern side of this system, which will allow for a little more rain. And then this is the low end risk, about an inch in St. Cloud, 4 inches, and then close to a half a foot of snow in Duluth, and then obviously a lot more lake effect snow. A lot of this snow is basically guaranteed. It's just with lake effect snow, it's pretty easy to basically add snow up really quickly. And I don't anticipate this being the case. I think we will see more snow than this, just because the fact that the low pressure will be strengthening over us, which will help bring some heavier snowfall totals. So if this loads here, there we go. So this is our storm system here. It has finally traversed over the Rockies, which basically from now on is going to allow us to have a really good idea of what's going to happen, the location of the low, because once it goes over the Rockies, it messes with our storm systems a lot. So it's hard to tell where it's going to totally end up once it goes over them. But the fact that it has finally gotten past them is going to really help narrow down that forecasting window of what's going to happen. So this system is called an Alberta Clipper because it originates up here, up in the Canadian Rockies in Alberta, Canada, and that's kind of where they form. And the leeward side, which is the eastern side, in our case, of the mountains. And we can see that as we go along here, it's going to continue to work its way into Minnesota. And this is a whole storm system that's going to continue to strengthen. So you'll see this number, 1006, that will continue to drop as we head throughout the day. Basically, pressure is dropping, which means our storm system is strengthening. We're starting to pull in more cold air, and a stronger storm means more snow or just more precipitation in general. And we can see, especially on this backside, we have very high pressure just off to the west of this, very low pressure with that deepening system off to our east. And all those tight kind of black lines here, that's basically going to mean super, super strong winds. It's basically compressing a bunch of wind into narrow areas, and the only place for this wind to go, it can't go up into the atmosphere, and it goes down, and then once it hits the surface, it spreads out. So some very, very strong winds are going to be very likely, basically as the system continues to get stronger and stronger through late Tuesday into Wednesday, and probably also a little bit into Thursday. Thankfully, the snow will be a little bit on the slushier side, so we shouldn't have to deal with a bunch of blowing snow, but temperatures have also kind of dropped a little bit on the backside, so we could see a little bit of blowing snow, but it's not going to be the main concern with this, thankfully, with the wind. So this is our storm system. This is our 500 millibar level, our winds, and we can see that we got a little bit of a trough, which is the dip in our jet or in our stream on our flow here. And this area is called a little jet streak. It's just a localized area of some faster winds. And basically, I know I put this out a little earlier, and I kind of wanted to show why. If you've followed any of my videos previously, you know that storms love to form in the left exit region of a jet streak, which is, if you kind of divide this into 4 spots, this will be your right entrance region, left entrance, right exit, left exit. So that puts much of Minnesota, and you can see that's where our low is developing, in a great spot for lift, a great spot for storms. And the reason why this storm, I've said, has continued to shift south is we've started, basically our models have shown us building a deeper trough, which means more cold air is coming in and it's going a little bit deeper, which means our low pressure system or low pressure center is going to also shift deeper. And along that north and northwest side is where you get that super heavy snow. So the further north that, or the further south that drops, the more heavy snow. And I'll play this. So this was a run from early on the 22nd. And we can see that as this system continues, it shifts around a little bit. That's why our snow totals have been shifting around so much. But by the time we got to today, this is the most recent run. Now it's down across southern Minnesota, which puts much of central Minnesota in a much better spot to receive significant snow. So that's why our snow totals have gone up, and it wouldn't shock me if we see in the next updates them continue to go up a little bit, especially here in central Minnesota, especially if this trend does continue and we continue to see this trough deepen a little bit more. So in terms of actual snowfall, it ranges a little bit, but there's still a decent amount of consistency. So you have a snowfall ratio, which is 10-1, which is our most common snowfall ratio in terms of what we see out of a lot of our snow systems. So basically, for every 10 inches of snow, if you melt it down, that would go down to 1 inch of water. Otherwise, we have this thing, which I'm in right now, is called the Kuchera ratio, which basically measures basically the amount of cold air and basically water in the atmosphere, and it brings together a number of our snowfall ratio of what it's expected to be. So our snowfall ratio is expected to be somewhere between probably the 8-9-1. So it's going to be a little bit soggier. So the lower basically your ratio is, the more close it is for just pure water. So if you have a 1-1, so 1 inch of snow is 1 inch of water, which means it's basically just slush. 20-1 is super fluffy snow because you get 20 inches of it, but if it compacts and pressed down, it's only 1 inch of water. So I think we're going to be somewhere between that 8 to 9, maybe even down to 7, especially right away in terms of snow. And we'll see probably not this much. This seems a little high in terms of snow. This is the most recent GFS, which is usually a little bit more on the aggressive side. I don't think St. Cloud sees almost 14 inches of snow, and certainly not almost 20 inches of snow near Brainerd. And then I don't think that's really reasonable, but it does show the fact that trends have been going upwards in terms of overall snowfall with that strengthening low. And then this is the NAM, so it's a North American model. It's a little bit more of a short range, picks up on a little more things. It also has a tendency to overdo snow. It's not the greatest model in the world for snowfall, but it does give you an idea of where the low is supposed to track. And for right now, this one has it tracking over kind of southern Minnesota, which means just a little bit north of St. Cloud will be on that tight grading in terms of snowfall. But this lines up more with what the National Weather Service is thinking as of right now. And then hopping over, this is the HRRR. So this is a convective model. It's not meant to really model snow because snow doesn't really have a bunch of quickly rising air, and just it's not really, it's more meant for thunderstorms, which is what this model is made for, but it still does forecast for snow. So take this one more of a grain of salt, but it's still a solution for potential snow, and it shows just a really wide swath of a bunch of snow. This basically brings in a lot more cold air, and most of the rain that southern and central Minnesota is supposed to get turns it all to snow. I do like the fact that this paints the snow, at least the heavier snow, across central Minnesota. I think that's a little more realistic. I don't know if it goes this far south, but it certainly does look plausible that that could be the case. And then this is the European model, which is honestly one of our better models. I usually tend to lean more with this one just because it is usually better, especially further out. So this is a 10-to-1 snowfall ratio. I think, like I said, these numbers will be a little bit lower. Unfortunately, if the behind a subscription wall is if I want the Kuchera ratio, which I'm not going to pay for it. So take these and I'll bump them down by probably an inch or two. So St. Cloud, I wouldn't shock me if we get 2 to 4 inches. Maybe if the storm continues its track of shifting a little bit, wouldn't shock me if we saw somewhere around maybe 6 inches. Especially the fact that right away it's going to accumulate really, really quickly. So basically we have a bunch of rain that's falling in. We're going to transition to snow really quickly right around that 12 o'clock 1 time frame, Tuesday afternoon. And we're going to transition over that snow basically right away. I'm guessing we'll see a narrow window of some rain. Thankfully, it's not going to be a transition from rain to ice to snow. It's just mostly going to go from rain to snow. And basically within that transition, right after you transition to snow, you get a bunch of really, really, really heavy snow. Granted, it's really wet, kind of slushy snow, but the fact that we get that initial burst of some heavy, heavy snow most likely means the fact that it's going to stick on the roadways, despite the fact that the roads are still pretty warm, the grass is still pretty warm, but this snow is probably going to stick fairly quickly, which means we're going to accumulate pretty quickly. Unlike if it was some lighter snow, it'd probably melt a decent amount first before starting to accumulate. So that's going to help tap into some higher accumulations. And this is an ensemble model. Basically, with different ensembles, they tweak just tiny little things with it, which means they're going to change the temperature by a degree, change the wind speed by a mile an hour. Just small, tiny little things get tweaked between each ensemble member. And usually it kind of shows different outputs, but the fact that all these are showing very, very similar tracks in terms of the snow, granted, they vary in terms of overall intensity of the accumulation, but the fact they show very similar things means, despite the fact that we could tweak a few different ingredients with this storm, means that we're probably going to see a decent track like this, where it goes across more of central Minnesota versus the northern Minnesota, kind of like what they're thinking right now. So overall, I think St. Cloud, central Minnesota, probably going to be in the range of probably 4 to 8 inches somewhere. St. Cloud, maybe more that 3 to 6 inch range, especially overall in terms of snow. It's going to compact, especially when it starts to accumulate, just because it will be so wet. So we might get 5 inches of snow, but it might only seem like 3 just because it's so squished down, because wet snow does do that because it is a little heavier. But regardless, I think impacts to travel very, very likely. I know a lot of people are starting to go home for the holidays, for college, or maybe thinking about leaving out for Thanksgiving stuff tomorrow. Honestly, neither day is really going to be great for travel. Wednesday will probably be a little bit better just because it won't be raining or snowing. It'll also be during the day that you'll be clearing out. So if you have to travel, Wednesday is probably going to be the better day, but honestly, neither days are going to be super great. But I'll probably have another update tomorrow morning in terms of what we can, well, at least trends we've seen overnight. But for right now, that's kind of what I'm expecting, is a good swath of snow here across central Minnesota. And I guess if I'm going off this, I would take all of this across central Minnesota and probably drop that by about 20 to 30 miles to the south. So basically, Hinckley probably closer to the 4 to 8, 5 to 9 range. St. Cloud probably the 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Cambridge, Twin Cities. The heat dome does have its downsides in terms of what you guys see for snow. So 1 to 3 inches is probably pretty likely, but I wouldn't be shocked to see that get shifted down a little further. And I think 1 to 3 inches across much of south central Minnesota and southern Minnesota isn't out of the question. So yeah, basically that's kind of all there is to this system right now. It's hopefully makes sense. I know I kept a lot of information on there, so if you have any questions, definitely reach out. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you are curious about a certain place, also very happy to answer questions. And hopefully everyone stays safe, is well prepared. Get snow or get your snowblower ready. So put gas in it, put gas in your car, make sure your tires are filled up, winter gear in your car in case your car gets stuck somewhere. Just make sure we're being prepared for all these things because winter is finally upon us. And yes, I'm not going to even really talk much about it now because I'm done with this video, but there is chance of another storm system to come through later next week or later this weekend that could bring some more snow, and I'll cover that after this system comes through because this is more of the utmost importance right now. So hopefully everyone stays safe, have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll have some more updates for us early tomorrow morning.